Hello, I'm Craig Birch here at Manders Real Estate headquarters on the Compton Road in the heart of Wolverhampton with more top tips. We did the top 5 tips for moving home with children last week, as you'll recall, but there are our four-legged friends and our creature comforts as it was to take into account. So today we're going to do top 5 tips for moving home with a pet. They can be just as tricky in children and then some, getting them ready for the move. So let's go through a few pointers that might help them not terrorise you all the way through this process, as if you haven't got enough to worry about. Number 1, fail to prepare, prepare to fail. As always with anything, think about how you're going to move the fish tank, think about where you're going to move the rabbit's hutch or anything of that nature. Think about where your local supplies are. You may need specialised food, like for instance I think my sister's got a snake. You can't just walk into your local Tesco and pick up something for the snake, can you? So your local supplier that you used before will not be local anymore. When you move to your new address, make sure you know where your local supplier is for all your specialised food, and make sure you know where you put in something as big as a fish tank and a hutch, and make sure you know how to transport those particular holding places successfully. Number 2, give your pet a pamper. Might be a good idea just a day before, just to make a fuss of the pet. Maybe have to give the dog a good wash or something like that. The last thing you want him to do is to stink out your new property when you get there. So, and pets, as we know, when they're pampered, when they've had a bit of a fuss off, they'll be nice and relaxed. So when it comes to the stress and the uproots of them moving home, it's moving home for them as well, remember, then they'll be that little bit more chilled out, and hopefully they can go about, you can go about your business nice and easily. Number 3, who is watching them? You can't just have the dog under everyone's feet when you're moving boxes in and out, so just make sure that someone has got their eye on the dog and making sure, or the dog, the pet, the cat, wherever it may be, just make sure that they are not left unattended for too long. If you leave them with the children, do check in and make sure that everything's okay. Make sure the children are not irritating the dog or anything like that, because the dog will probably be under a bit of strain and wondering what on earth is going on anyway. Number 4, getting them used to sights and smells. Maybe worth, when everything's in and everything's sorted, just sticking the dog or the cat, just to put them in the room maybe for 10 minutes or so, just let them have a good smell around and stuff like that. Let them get accustomed to the surroundings, make sure they're ventilated, they've got the water and the food and stuff, and just get them used. Dogs particularly, they need to smell around and just get themselves familiar with the place, and then after that it should be pretty much plain sailing. Number 5, make sure ID tags are updated. What if the dog makes, or the dog, cat, or whatever the pet may be, they may make a break for freedom. You never know, particularly something like that. If they've moved house, they're not feeling comfortable and so on, they might decide to make a run for it. So make sure them ID tags are updated with the new address on, so when they jailbreak, as it was, you can lead them back, they can be led back home, you can get them in, and then you can barricade them up or whatever you need to do, and make sure they don't make a run for it again. I'm Craig Birch, and we'll see you next week for more top tips.